Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video I'm going to do a quick tool review for you, and I'm going to show you something that I've absolutely fallen in love with. I don't know how I survived doing any type of, especially automotive work, without this. You know, light is a very important thing to have, and here in the United States we've gone off of daylight savings time now, or back to regular time, and it gets dark really early. Well, sometimes your project's not finished, and normally you've got a light which you would drag around with you, whether it's a flashlight, an LED light like I have. But there's always one problem with that. You always have to move it. And this right here, I don't know why I never really paid attention to these things. This is I think these are what bicyclists would wear when they're riding. This fits on your head. It's an actual head lamp. And the reason that I like this, and I'm going to show you just a minute, is this thing produces an enormous amount of light. So it's got 4 modes. It's got the high, low, it's got a strobe, and, well, actually 3 modes. And the reason that I like this so much is because it's extremely comfortable. This battery will last about 5 hours of continuous use. You just open it up. It's got a really weird type of cell in here, but it's rechargeable. That's what I like about it. Now, with the headlamp, you also get one of these where you can put AA batteries in them if you wish. I just put the regular, I don't even know what size battery this is. This is a really weird size, but it's 2200 milliamp hours. So it just fits in there like that. On the bottom is a charging port. It uses an Android style charger, and that's how I recharge this. You get 5 hours of life out of it. The straps are fully adjustable to fit over your head. It's actually very comfortable. This right here is probably one of my favorite things. It has a pretty good range of motion. So you can lock it in one position, lock it in another position. Wherever you look is where the light is. Also right here, see if I can do it where you can see, you can adjust the size of the beam, whether you want it small, narrow, anything like that. And on the side right here is a very easy to use, it's a rubberized push button, and you just push it like that, push it again for low light. Now this right here is not useful for automobiles, but if you were actually walking or riding your bike, you've got that. And on the back it's got an LED that stays lit, so that's why I'm thinking this was designed for bicyclists. But I've got to tell you that this is the best thing. This is only like $15. I got this off of Amazon, and I have been using this thing non-stop, and I'm going to demonstrate how much light this puts out. I don't know the exact lumens, because a lot of the advertisements for lights are very you know, can we say, enthusiastic for how many lumens they put out. But this is a Cosoos, however you say that. Yes, it's made in China, as everything is now, but this thing, I like it because it's rechargeable. I can use AA batteries if I want. The battery lasts, it has a very long battery life. It's very comfortable, and while I was messing with the Jetta all these months, you know, I didn't have this light until just recently, and I used it outside in the pitch black dark. And you know, if you've worked on engine compartments, you know how, you know, the light, you have to constantly be moving your light because the shadows and things, and you don't have to do that because wherever I'm looking is where the light goes. And I really like that. So basically, let's go out to the garage. I'm gonna not even turn, they just got a security light on out there, and I'll show you what it looks like with and without the headlamp in operation as we look at the engine compartment on the Mercedes. All right, so this is the engine compartment of the Mercedes, and this is exactly what I'm seeing. There is one small security light that stays on all the time, and this is the light I've already done a tool review on. I've had this for probably about 10 years. This thing is awesome, but as you can see, if I'm working on something down in the engine compartment, I'm going to have to constantly be moving it. And I love this light, and I still use this light all the time. However, let me turn this off, and let me turn this on. Now, first of all, this headlight is much, much brighter than this light. Okay. Number two, I can focus the beam. I can make it wide, I can shrink it, I can narrow it, however I want to do it. But wherever I look, okay, I have perfect light. I don't have to move this around. And you know, this doesn't just have automotive applications. This is what I'm doing most of the time. But it's got just, you know, if you're under a sink, if you're a plumber, if you're working in a dark closet, an attic, a basement, it doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll put this on and go outside without turning the floodlight on because I don't need the floodlight. This thing is so bright. Now let me show you what it looks like with the low power mode. Okay, and it's about as bright as this one on low power mode. Still perfectly acceptable. And obviously we don't care about the strobe. But that is just absolutely, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Now I'm going to let you see with the camera, if I can do this. Okay, so let me turn the light off. Okay, so that's the engine compartment. It's just absolutely, it's just crazy how bright this is. You know, wherever you look, that's where the light is. And honestly, I've seen people use these before. I've seen plumbers use these. I've seen electricians use them. I've seen you know, all kinds of different trades use these, and I never really paid much attention to them. But just absolutely phenomenal. We'll go to the low light mode. Okay. Still very, very bright. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like on me so you can actually see what the setup looks like. Alright, so this is what the actual battery pack and the light look like. Again, you can articulate this. I'm losing the camera here. Very easy to operate. This is probably going to blind the lens, but so you don't even notice it's on. It's very light. You guys always see me wearing my hat. This is weird not having my hat on. I've always, I don't know, it's just one of my things. I always wear a hat, but yeah, I don't even notice it. But this, I'm not going to say it replaces this. I'm going to say it replaces it. Only in certain circumstances. I still love this light right here and I use it all the time. But I find that I have used this every single day since I've gotten it. And if you use something constantly that you buy, that is a good purchase. It's held up well, it's durable, it's sturdy, and it's light. So guys, I hope that you will consider, if you are like me and find yourself working on stuff in less than optimal light, that you will check this out. I'm going to put a link down in Amazon where you can order it. In fact, I'll put a link where you can order this also. I did a tool review on this. Just go back and search the channel. I actually have 2 of these. These are phenomenal. I like them because it's got a really strong magnetic base. And I find that when I'm under the car doing stuff, I use this all the time. I'll just stick it up on the whatever handy piece of steel that's there and illuminate, but now I'm probably going to be using this. Anyway, thank you very much for your viewership, and I will see you guys on the next video.